outcome of UFC Unlimited Fight Channel.
All right, coming up next, a UFC featherweight division fight. Well, there is no denying this man's striking credentials. Prevailing wisdom is he's going to try to keep this fight standing tonight.
He has to. You know, this is what got him to the show. It was being able to use the hands to set up the kick. We all talk about the high-level boxing background of this young man, but as he's developed great knees.
Yeah.
He's developed great timing, great counter skills, and also the beautiful right high kick. The right high kick is something he hides very well as he follows with a jab, right hand, left hook. High kick comes over the top, and he can put you to sleep.
No doubt about it. He will try to put on a striking clinic once again here tonight. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Enter Bruce Lee.
I mean, that's Bruce Lee in a nutshell. Over and over and over, he did the same thing, and it shows in the technique because there's no wasted energy. There's no wasted movements. Everything he does with a purpose. He goes in there with an idea of what he's trying to accomplish, and he gets it done. Bruce Lee is the absolute best. Bruce Lee is the man. His
grappling, his takedown defense figure to be tested here tonight, but there aren't that many guys who are going to want to stand and trade on a napkin in the center of the octagon with the great Bruce Lee.
No, if you're fighting Bruce Lee, you're shooting for takedowns right away.
Our tail of the tape for this featherweight fight. So these fighters are just a year apart with similar height and some differences in reach. All right, now to get us started, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Herb Dean. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 141 pounds. Bazooka. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, USA, Bruce the Dragon Lee.
You've been given your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves, let's make it fair.
Ready. You ready to fight?
Well, every time we walk into this here Madison Square Garden, I will always think about you in 2017. It was UFC 217 championship triple header, and it was the worst.
It was the most insane night of fighting ever. Bisping St. Pierre. Cody Garbrandt got knocked out by TJ Dillashaw. Then Rose Namajunas knocked out Joanna Jędrzejczyk, and we absolutely went crazy. One of the greatest pictures of announcers in sports history. It was all three of us, and we looked like that poster with the monkeys. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. It was crazy. What a phenomenal night in a great arena. Liver kick.
Keep your hands up, use your footwork now. It's okay, use your footwork.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman. Beautiful body kick.
All right, here we go, early round one. We talk about wrestling being a great equalizer in MMA, but length and reach is another one. He's got a great jab. We'll see if he can employ it tonight.
You have got to be born with it, right? You don't get taller. When you're a tall guy, you have to understand, make your skill set match your physical abilities. And this guy has done this tremendously. Big kick lands. Ooh, what a punch.
Checks the leg kick. Nice jab by him there. He's going nose hunting tonight, huh?
Yeah, he's great with the jab. And not only as a setup, he really is trying to get damage off every time he throws this punch.
Protect your face. Hands up.
He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
All right, under 3 minutes now to go in round one. And once again, looking for that highlight reel KO with that front kick.
Let it go. Time to let those hands go.
Oh, significant strike attempt there, but a huge block. Just unable to quite find that
You can really limit the mobility of your opponent with those leg kicks.
Just over 2 minutes now to go.
There you go. Look for the shot.
Let's work, guys. Come on.
Slips that left hand. Oh, he lands a huge knee to the body. Under 2 minutes to go in a back and forth first round here.
Come on, man. Let's get that takedown. Score some points.
Big punch land.
Oh, left hook to the head, it's blocked.
Let them go now. Hey, he's off balance. Take him down.
Lunges forward with a left there. Lee gets caught with that punch. Don't
You don't really stand after you take a head kick like this. That is such toughness to even be on his feet right now. Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
Oh, he got that inside leg kick to the target there, DC. You don't want to eat too many of those.
No, you can't. It starts to beat up the inside thigh. That is a technique you use to really slow down your opponent.
Not tapping out tonight. Seconds winding down in the opening round.
Big kick land.
Round two is next. All right, a lot of high-level highlights from that last round, DC. Take us through the replay.
If he fought like this, I would be comfortable entering him into a K1 level kickboxing competition. He's that good at finding and landing those kicks at will. He needs to continue to do this as the fight goes on.
Jump that round. But you're all right. You're going to get back out there and put it on him now. It's a little payback time. Aggressive. They're confident.
All right, next round is underway, DC. We talked about his powerful kicks, how he attacks all sides of the body, the head, the legs. Pretty good start for him.
That was so impressive to see. Someone fight.
Over the top. This fight's going to be over, DC.
What a great way of mixing up his attack. He didn't stay the course. He mixed it up. He went high with his opponent while he was going low. Now he's got him hurt very badly. Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down.
Let's go. Burn on it. Push, push, push.
All right, so he's landed some good shots. You hate to be overly critical, but nothing really in terms of combinations tonight.
Well, the jab has been looking great. How about jab, jab, right hand?
Right.
Because eventually you're going to have to put something on your opponent that's going to really make him pause. I believe the jab has been working so well, if he drops a big right hand after it, he may be able to finish his fight.
Oh, nice land there with the punch. You see, he's taking advantage of what is an obvious edge in reach. Oh, good job defensively there to block the strike by Lee.
He's very tricky when he throws that body kick.
I need more out of you.
Still unable to find that precise range with the high kick.
I mean, he's cutting him down to size with these beautiful leg kicks. Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was a good night, Jeff.
As he lands, and maybe time to get the bonus checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about done. He's got him hurt very bad with his head kick. Now he has to find one more strike to end the night.
Lee's hook shot there looked pretty good, but blocked by the defense. Well, he has really picked up the pace here in round two. Much more aggressive than we saw in round one, and now starting to find himself in the pocket. Well, not much setup behind it. The right hook misses.
Dig and kick.
And both guys really throwing with authority. Lands the right hand. Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots.
Good stick.
Attempts the front kick there. The right hand just misses.
You take more of these leg kicks, you will not be able to be very active on your feet.
And he landed the right hand there.
Put your hands up higher. Come on.
Beautiful punch. Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks.
Score that takedown for me, man.
He has a commitment to kicking tonight, and it shows. Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was a good night if that landed.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds.
Big liver kick lands under the elbow.
Just a slip there. Straight right hand, no good.
Let's pressure forward and get the takedown now.
30 seconds to go in round two.
All right, push.
Nice connection with a punch there. It's hard to recall a time in the past that his boxing looked this sharp.
He's never looked this good.
Oh, that is a nasty inside leg kick, DC.
It is a great technique, but it only takes one time to check it,
Right.
and your night can be over. Or you can end up like Anderson Silva. Be careful.
Got an issue, here's a tissue. And now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was coming high, and now he's got him hurt bad.
All those strengths, all the conditioning we did in the gym.
All right, so an entertaining 5 minutes. Let's look back at some of the highlights, DC, and I'd imagine a lot of these replays are going to be rooted in that kicking game that was on full display.
Absolutely. You're going to see a lot of different techniques, but the kicking was the key to him getting ahead in this fight. He's out ahead now. He needs to stay the course and continue to do that as the fight goes on.
All right, here we go as our next round gets underway. His strong leg packs so much power that even when he doesn't throw it full throttle, you see he's able to inflict damage. We'll see if he can keep it going here in this round.
He doesn't throw it full power, but even when he feints it, he draws out reactions from his opponents because they don't want to get hit with any more of those kicks. It's a sight to behold.
Oh, beautiful jab there. It's one thing to have length. Of course, it's another to use it effectively. Beautiful job with that jab. Hook is there again. Oh, and he lands another strike to the body. Not a ton of real estate there, but he certainly found it.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick. Real sneaky body kick.
Oh, that is a huge shot there, DC. I'm not sure how he stayed up.
I mean, when you get hit with shots like that, to stay standing shows and talks to your toughness. Nice head kick. Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Punches in bunches, and he hasn't really shown any signs of slowing down here tonight. I'm not sure how much more his opponent can take.
Relax. Keep your hands up for me now.
Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was a good night if that landed.
All right, lands a kick there. Pretty well done.
Really good accuracy landing that kick. Nice leg kick.
3 minutes to go in round 3.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active. Well, he is really starting to apply a lot of pressure here down the stretch. Not as much offense earlier in the fight. He is making up for lost time now.
I want that takedown now.
Straight punch lands.
Hands high, hands high.
Well, he's looking for that left hand, just out of range, though, with it. Well, he's always on the counterattack, but a nice leg kick there by Lee.
Big kick.
Right idea, wrong execution. The left punch misses.
Beautiful strike.
Oh, Superman punch. Big hook. Wow, what a kick. Oh, big left hook there. Well, that's not what you're looking for defensively. He moved right into that hook, and his opponent wisely lands it to the body there. He has been increasingly more susceptible to that strike. Let's see if that one gets his attention.
Beautiful kick.
All right, so a nice job there defensively to raise the guard and prevent any damage.
Those hands never leave where they're supposed to be. And if you do that, most times you will block the shot that's incoming. Punch over the top.
Oh, he landed another great shot to the body there. Really starting to connect at a high percentage now in the latter stages of this fight.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Just missing on the high kick there.
Beautiful leg kick thrown.
Lands flush with that right hand. for him there, staying busy and staying accurate.
I mean, the accuracy is unbelievable.
Oh, nice check on the leg kick offering there. And he lands the knee to the body now.
Stop!
Great job out there. Relax. Excellent work. All those rounds on the pads from the gym have paid off.
Well, I'm not sure the extent to which he has recovered, but we do see the end of the round. DC, talk us through the replay.
Well, he's a tough guy. He's going to make it to the stool. He's going to survive unless you put him completely out of there. Unfortunately, he's in there with a guy that does have that ability.
All right, next round is underway. You know these are two of the more conditioned fighters on the roster, so cardio is not going to be an issue here. And for some fighters, you know, you can have one of those adrenaline dumps or the cardio abandons you on fight night. Not the case for these two guys. Both look very fresh as we start this next round. Well, not only has he stayed aggressive as he was in the previous round, landing a high volume of strikes, but he's also been efficient, not just with his strikes, but also with his body movement. Complete performance out of this fighter here tonight.
Nice straight punch.
Timely defense there, huge block for him. Try to establish that jab. Pretty good right hand. Whoa!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad. He's in trouble. He's getting lit up.
Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish. No problem getting inside to land that straight punch. He's got a huge edge and reach, and he made good use of it there.
I mean, look at the commitment to kicking in this fight.
Good work.
Tried to go to the body, but unable to connect. Nice defense there, huge block. Under 3 minutes remain in round 4. Oh, he got that knee to connect to the body, and if you're the defensive fighter here, you've got to make sure you don't eat too many more of those.
Cannot eat. You got to get the elbow side. Otherwise, you're going to land one that's going to shut everything down.
Well, don't get mad, get even, right? He got stunned by his opponent earlier in the round. He's clearly been losing since. Mentally, it appears as though he's checked out already.
A lot easier said than done. When his opponent has the power that he possesses, it's hard for him to say, you know what, I'm going to take one to give him.
Oh, that's a good strike there by Lee. Bone on bone as the head kick lands flush.
He better get those hands up or he's going to put him to sleep.
Strong defense here as the hook to the head is blocked.
That was a thudding leg kick. Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick.
Man, doesn't take much for the redness to start. Look at the left side of his body there. Nasty.
Head kick lands.
Throwing that jab now again. The fighter evades. Missed with that attempt. Lands with the right hand. Oh, single collar tie here. Not there. Lands a kick to the leg now. Pretty good work on the feet tonight by Lee.
That's a big strike right there.
Oh, Superman punch is good. You can tell he's been working on that. Trying to establish that jab once again.
Big kick land.
20 seconds to go. Oh, an educated jab there. I could watch this dude jab all day.
I mean, he's so light on his feet, and when he pops that jab, it comes right back to his face.
Oh, that's like the spar. How's his opponent still standing?
I mean, I have no idea. This fight is supposed to be over.
And just like that, the fight is over.
He's done. He's done. What a performance.
Yeah, that right there is a high-level knockout, ladies and gentlemen. Crowd absolutely loving it. Just a perfect shot to end the fight. Landed flush. I'm not even sure his opponent saw it coming. So a huge, huge win for that young fighter here tonight. All right, we'll take a look back at the highlights. You know we're going to find that nasty head kick somewhere in this highlight rip. Just an incredible result for him here tonight.
A very nice head kick to finish the fight. But don't ignore all the work he did with his hands. And give credit to the opponent. The opponent was in there every step of the way. And in order to get a fight of the night like you got tonight, both guys have to be willing to participate.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean is going to stop this contest at 4 minutes, 57 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout, Bruce the Dragon Lee!
Oh, well, there he is after a huge knockout win tonight. You going to the after party or what?
I mean, I'm heading over there right now, John. I'm asking the producers, how soon can I get up? Because it's going to be a party over there. Not only because of the knockout, but that extra bonus check he's going to be carrying to the club tonight.
I'm on top of the world.